Blessings, everybody. I want to just go on a quick rant, basically just saying peep game. Just thinking back on, a lot of times when people are used to having people do what they want them to do and controlling people, they have a real issue with people they can't control. So it's like when people are mentally deficient, it's like they don't know the difference between what's wrong and what's right. And so they so used to people that are mentally incapacitated. I think I said that right. Incapacitated. That that means somebody has robbed of truth. So they like fake people around them that they can, like I said, manipulate and control. So therefore that gives them life. And somebody that's real and really that can think for themselves, they don't like people like that around them, because it's almost like you robbing them of life. And it's like they kind of gasping for air for the simple fact that you're not, giving them the attention that they seek. And that's the thing, is like, people are so hurt. It would seem like they would run to help, but that's the least thing people want in life right now is help, because they feel that the dysfunction and their abusive nature is working for them. So it's like, why would they change? Even when you throw Christ in there. A lot of them folks go to church, they don't miss a service. They've been, they had a nerve to be glad about, I've been going church 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It's like after you talk to them for like 2 minutes, you really have to wonder, was today your first day going to church? Not judging nobody. I'm just talking the real hardcore truth, and just trying to put other people up on game. Because I had to learn a long time ago, that there's a difference between people attending church and people allowing Christ to attend their life. So once you know that, it'll just change the whole trajectory of your thinking and your way of living and seeing things and accepting people, and viewing people and telling folks to get on, because church folks, you're going to have to tell them to get on. And the best way to tell church folks or anybody that's, ignorant and refuse to, change, is to come from amongst them. Or if you have to deal with them less as possible. Because it's almost like, especially when a lot of drug dealers have low self-esteem. And so, they was fat or ugly back in the day, or, they was, didn't have the best of clothes, you know what I'm saying? So now they get a little money. So now they, puff daddy, and, they forget where they come from and, start mistreating people, because it's almost like, when you dealing in drugs, it's like a spirit of witchcraft and manipulation, because you can manipulate folks to, like I talk about mentally, folks who are incapacitated, they are robbed of the truth. And so they just looking up to anybody that they can to, they feel they can get something from. So they see somebody genuine coming along, they just, act like they ain't nobody, not knowing that this person's going to help you more than that person that you kissing his butt, because he don't care about you. All he cares about is you giving him life for being dysfunctional and mentally, dang it, I forget that, mentally deficient, because it's like back in the day, you saw folks, when they had a little money, a new car or something, then when the drought hit, you ain't see them because they ain't had no money, so they didn't have the ability to feel like they could be loud, you know. So it's like, that's sad that their life is predicated on what they have or don't have, because it's out here in this world now. It's a whole, like the lady, I forgot what was that, Aladdin, a whole new world, a new horizon. I was talking to a pastor friend in San Antonio. He was telling me about how they passed a law where they stopped folks from, begging on the corner, because they didn't want people giving them money, because that, kind of, dang, what I want to say, it kind of stopped them from getting money from the government, you know what I mean, for helping these people, which they're really not helping them, because if they was helping them, why would they be on the street begging? Even though there's some people that's legit out there begging that could be working, but the government don't want to see nobody else helping them, because they want to pretend like they're helping them, because they're getting funding for that. And so that's how the world is in the streets and the church too. If I can throw that in there, I'm just keeping it real. I'm trying to get you to peep game. It's like people don't mind you eating as long as it's off their plate. But as soon as you get your own plate, oh my goodness, people come out the woodwork. Like, how dare you get help? Who helped you? What gave you the mindset to think that you needed help? You were okay out there, coming to the shelter and, we taking what little you have. And then we rationing out the food we think you should need and not giving you no money because you don't know how to manage that. So we going to manage it for you. So it's like you got a peep game out here. And I was just thinking about how back in the day it was 1984, Roxanne Shante and Biz Markie had a song, I forgot the name of it. But Roxanne Shante said, we don't sniff coke and we don't get high. All we do is dress real fly. And I remember a guy back in the day, he said, that's the worst thing a woman could tell you is that they don't sniff coke or get high. I was like, man, what kind of mess is that? But that was his way of thinking. If he can't control a woman or if a woman is doing better than them, they shouldn't even exist. Then I was thinking about in the 90s, I think it was like 1995, Mace had that song, tell me what you want from me, take a look at what you see. And Mace had a voice where he said, I want to see you doing good even if you ain't with me. I remember riding with one of my homies, he getting money, he was like, yeah, I want to see a woman doing bad if they ain't with me. I was like, man, what kind of mess is that? But it's like just the thinking, I was just out and about just thinking about this stuff, just reflecting on how people really act and refuse to change or get help. Because it's like when you mentally incapacitated, you don't really think you need help. And when you mentally deficient, you don't know the difference between what's wrong and what's right. Like the Bible says, woe to those that call evil good and good evil. And so it's like, it's bad out here. So the best thing you could do is be up on game and watch your back. Even for my people in church. Hey, you got to watch people in church just as much as you do in the streets. Because everybody's out. Not everybody, but 85% of the people in the world is out to get. So I just want to share that real quick. Peace.